Hey everyone, welcome to another 13 days of Halloween project. I'm starting out with some golden modeling paste on an ATC 2.5 by 3.5 piece of, well, I used watercolor paper, but it really doesn't matter. And I'm taking my palette knife and applying a very generous layer of the modeling paste all over my card from edge to edge, and it's pretty thick. My idea was that I wanted to stamp into the modeling paste for some background texture. So that's why I'm applying it pretty thick. And then I'm just going to dry it for a little bit with my heat gun, just so that the top layer gets dry, but the modeling paste underneath is still wet, because when you dry the top layer, the modeling paste doesn't stick that much to your stamp, and it just gives a better impression. So I'm taking this Cross X's stamp by Viva Las Vegas Stamps and this Bone stamp by Viva Las Vegas Stamps, and I'm just going to spray it once, twice, 3 times with a little bit of water, and then gently press that into my not quite dry modeling paste to get a nice impression. And my stamp was dirty, that's why it turned black on the modeling paste. And then I'm going to take some Twisted Citron distress paint just in the center of my page, and then some deep violet Liquitex ink, and apply that around the edges of my card. And then I'm going to spray it with water to get moving and spraying around. And I really like the kind of brownish weird color that it turns when the violet gets on top of that green there. So I'm going to add a little bit more of that violet all over my card. Then once that's dry, I'm going to take my Stabilo Marxol, which is a water-soluble black pencil, and I'm going to scribble all around the edges, and then take a wet paintbrush and activate that color, going around the edges and bringing it in a little to accentuate more of that texture and to darken up the edges a bit. And then even while the pencil's still wet, I'm going to add some more scribbles to darken it up even more. And then I'm going to take some vivid lime green Liquitex ink for some splatters. I'm just going to use my fan brush to add some splatters there. And then I have this Braaaaains 25-cent stamp from Viva Las Vegas Stamps, and I'm just going to color it with number 41 of the Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers, and then the darker green is number 47. I'm going to cut that out, and then I noticed some of my vivid lime green dried back kind of dull, so I'm just going to add a little more of that ink on top of what's already there. And then I have this Halloween ribbon that I'm going to sew some pleats into. And if you watched my Halloween projects last year, there was only like a couple. I did the same thing with the pleating of the ribbon and this Braaaaains stamp on top of it. Because I don't feel like I have to reinvent the wheel every time, especially when I'm trying to do something every day and I need to save time. So if it works and I really like it, I'm going to try to do it again in a different way. So I'm also adding some more of that lime green ink on the ribbon there, which just leaves like a little soft kind of little something, not in your face, just a real subtle's the word I'm looking for, a real subtle something. And then I'm going to use some black foam adhesive by Ranger in the Letter It collection. I'm going to put a piece of foam behind my ribbon and behind my stamp, so it's 2 foams. No, I'm going to put 2 pieces of foam behind my ribbon and 1 behind my stamp, so it's 3 layers of foam, so it's super dimensional. And there you can kind of see how much that signs up there, and that stands up. The sign stands up. Okay. So that's it for this card. You can really see that stamp texture into the modeling paste in the still photos. I really like the way it turned out. The middle section looks like brain guts to me. Yeah, it's the little things, you know? So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye, guys.